Welcome to the Startup Grind.
Our CEO Tarek, CEO of Startup Grind and founder, he did his first meeting in 2011, and from there it spread to more and more cities. And today, Startup Grind is hosted in more than 200 cities worldwide. So the concept remains same. Every month we do a startup grind where we call upon an entrepreneur or person related with startups and give the local community a chance to collect, collaborate, and educate each other and discuss each other what are the things happening. More or less, eventually, it leads to inspiring more entrepreneurship, and that's the goal of Startup Grind. So we have been started in Pune. We have done 3 chapters till now, and this would be our 4th meeting that we connect here. And we do it usually on the last Saturday. So next month's last Saturday, you can always look into and look forward to join us. Every month, last Saturday would be where we host our events. So coming to Tapan now. So here we start. So Tapan would tell more about himself. I think he's the better person to tell about himself. But just to start, I was searching over for speakers last month and I came across his profile. And his profile has been something that inspired in a manner that he himself has driven a lot of entrepreneurship within his organization. He started, I think, in 1991, joining the company, and is currently the CEO of Bajaj Allianz. He has driven a lot of entrepreneurship as well in his company, which is something we have not ever hosted till now. We have always had like entrepreneurs, as you mentioned, but today we are going to touch more upon the entrepreneurship kind of thing and understand how, if you already have a company or if you already have started, how you can probably instill such faith into your company, into your employees, and drive all the things together. So what do you, Tapan, would you like to start?
Yeah. So thank you very much. How many of you are doing a startup now? Could you raise your hands? All of you, right? Okay, good. Now, how many of you want to be making it $1 billion company in about 10 to 15 years? No? All of you, yeah. Okay. So I'll tell you the story about $1 billion company. So, now, Bajaj Allianz general insurance company, we also have a life company. So I'm just sticking to one. Is now, by fair valuation, $1 billion company, right? And this we started just about 14 years back with a paid up capital of 100 crores, 110 crores to be precise. So I think if I look at the entire journey in 14 years, the entire capital that we would be having now is about 247 crores. So initial investment 110 crores, 12 to 47, valuation of the company close to $1 billion. And a field like insurance, 14 years. So I've been lucky to be one of the founding members of this company, the first lot. So I'll take you through this journey, how it reached this $1 billion, and what all was there in the process of reaching this place. And if it helps you, good. And we'll be happy to take some question and answers after that. So the first scene or story that when we joined the company, we got a laptop, and we got a mobile, and we got a territory. So let's say I got North. So they said, okay, you go over now and set up the office and do business. That was all. And there was a presentation from the CEO. He said, look here, it's a great company and this is what we have as a strategy. And you have to get a business center, get people, start business one time. And if you do not do so, I even sack my best friend. So, clear message. And then I go back to my place, and normally I used to get up, every morning, get ready and go to office. So I got ready. But stepping out of the house, I didn't know where to go because there's no office, So my wife asked me, what's wrong? I said, no, nothing is wrong, just that I don't have an office. She said, till yesterday you had an office and today you don't have an office. So are you really sure that you're doing the right thing? I always knew that I married a crazy guy, but now it really works well. So this as starters most of you will face, because suddenly you have some comfort and then the next day there's no comfort. That's the first thing that I faced, and I got a bit worried, to be fair, to be human, so I can't say that I was feeling very great about it. And then I went to the market. I had no clue what to do, but first thing I had to get some space. So I talked to some of my friends and finally we could get some space. It was like a shop, a very small shop, and I may have a photograph of it. And if if we can, I'll show it to you guys. So there are a lot of cycles in front, tea shop in front. So in the crowded market, you get a small shop, like in a shop, no? So after a posh office, you enter a place like this, and no staff, nobody to give you water, nothing, no? So then you enter the place, and then you start thinking about what next. Then you try to recruit people. So you go back to your band of people whom you know and start asking questions, would you join the company? So half of them then they say, no, it's too risky, why should we join you? It's fine, we are comfortable where we are. And then I could find a person, I could touch his emotional part and say, don't worry, I'm there, I will make a great company, so let's start. Somehow I could get one person to join me. And then I could get somebody to help me with the tea and water and get the office a bit clean. That was the start. So we used to come in the morning, about 8 in the morning, open our own shutters, and if power went off, we used to start our own generators, and anything. So, but we ensure that client should not come to our office. So if he came to office, then business not come to us, because you'd either be very suspicious about what this guy is doing. And just before that, we had Enron. I don't know how many of you heard about Enron. These guys closed shop and disappeared. So people are not trusting this foreign players to the market. So we would go give presentations, wear good suits, tie, carry the laptop along. Then if the roads were not there, go to a rickshaw, reach the client space, open, give good presentation for half an hour, 1 hour, made our best pitch, and the client would listen to us and say, yes, it sounds very good, interesting, and yeah, Tapan, I know you also, but frankly, I can't give you business. You guys will run away. So after about 1 or 2 hours of such kind of intense pitch, you reach back office, empty-handed. And there was this guy whom we had recruited who would look at you as if, did you get some business? And he said, no. Then you would be thinking, oh my God, I've been a sucker to join this guy. He himself has no clue and we have no clue at all what to do. Then we got some breakthrough with some small policies. But let me tell you the lineup. We had Tata AIG, ICICI Lombard, IFCO Tokyo Marine, and Reliance, and Bajaj Allianz. If you watch, all of them had good strengths because their parent had a strong manufacturing base. Tata is a very strong manufacturing base. They have huge factories. Reliance again has a huge manufacturing base. IFCO then was this Kritco, the later parted base. They were a huge fertilizer company, so there are a lot of factories all across. And Bajaj, we only had a two-wheeler manufacturing plant. So not much support we could get from the parents. Allianz, yes, the world's largest insurance company, but in India we couldn't get much support. So that point in time, when other companies were pushing ahead with their insurances, we had to find a way to be part of the group. We realized that corporate will not be our strength. We had to get into retail. So the first major breakthrough that we did was we tied up with Maruti. And we said we'll insure all the vehicles. And that was, and Hyundai. But Hyundai we didn't do all this vehicles. Maruti, we said every vehicle sold by you at the central level we shall do insurance. Suddenly we had to set up the IT infrastructure to cope with that. And then in the month of January, February, March, we insured every vehicle sold by Maruti. Amazing, good success story. First year, first startup, not 3-4 months, we were the biggest private player at one go. And we all felt very happy, celebrated, put on t-shirts, so much, and huge cheering, and things were good. And then suddenly the claims started coming. In vehicle, you normally have a claim, like out of 3 vehicles, 1 will have a claim. That is the frequency. And our mobile number was there on the policies. So suddenly at 3 in the night, we used to return from office by 1 in the night. 8 in the morning we used to go, we do everything, So by 1 we used to get back home. And somebody tried to catch some sleep. At 3 the bill started running. And we started to pick up the phone and he said, oh, gaadi lad gayi hamari. So I said, yes sir, theek hai, where? Bole ped ke niche barish ho rahi hai, Now that is the clue you had. So and at 3 in the night you don't know. And then you say what to do. He did not know, and I also don't know what to do. So then I would say, just don't worry. Find a good place to sleep. We'll take good care of you in the morning. So it's morning, then give us more details. Right now, neither of us can do anything, so try and get some sleep and we'll try and help you out. And the calls started increasing. And the newspapers started screaming that Bajaj Allianz is worse than the government companies in servicing. Because obviously, we had not thought about the avalanche of claims which would happen. So we were only excited about doing the retail part. So very, very fast we had to set up a network of service centers, recruit people, engineers, So we had a massive drive to do that because our skin was in the game. If we did not do that, we would lose the company completely, no? Because it's a question of trust. So again, we worked overtime trying to set up this network. We took a person from Hyundai, this head service there, Vijay Kumar, now who is our president of Motor. And he started taking a lot of mechanical engineers, automobile engineers, and we got our in-house surveys, no, all across, and set up the entire country, opened offices, network, and we did that very rapidly. So let's park this one place. The second problem we had is we started insuring factories. So I remember one distillery I insured, and the next day the client came to the office looking for it. And obviously when he saw our office, he was very disappointed. Then he started shouting that you guys are thugs. I'm like, what happened? Well, your insurance, the banks don't accept. I said, why don't they accept? They said, no, they have no authority to accept insurance. So you guys cheated me, and now I see your office. I'm very sure you are fly-by-the-night operators. All that is bullshit. Then I said, which bank? I still remember it's Canara Bank. So I went to their head to speak. I said, how can you not accept our insurance? We are regulated by IRDA. The government of India has given us a license. So we are a good, valid insurance company. They said, no, all that is fair, but I can't accept it. So after a lot of heated arguments, he said, look here, I have an IBA, they have been banking association. As per the IBA circular, these are 4 companies from which I have to accept insurance. Your name is not listed. There was a old circular, before the insurance company came in. So in a way he was right, and then I was very, very frustrated. And when I came out of his office, thinking what to do, I saw the Reserve Bank of India. So I said, let's insure Reserve Bank of India. Because if we insure Reserve Bank of India, then other banks are kid stuff. So I went in straight and met the head who was handling the insurance. I said, I want to insure your bank. He said, who are you? Why do you want to do that? I said, no, I'm an insurance company, and Reserve Bank is an icon in India, and I want to insure. So we talk about how do we do that. I don't know what, he liked me, and we had a conversation. And luckily the insurance was due the next 2-3 days. And we insured Reserve Bank of India. And then send the copies all across to all customer clients saying, look here, if Reserve Bank of India can insure, then all of you are in safe hands. So there's nothing for you to worry about. So here we are developing network for the retail, and the commercial lines of business started finding our foothold on that. Then we had an idea, why should we not tie with banks for distribution? Because we have to sell the retail. So we tied up with a couple of banks for distribution. The banks had no idea about bank insurance. In India it was not done before. We had no clue. So the branch manager, let's say 300 kilometers away, would call you suddenly, I have a big proposal, it's worth 100 crores. So can you come down? 100 crores crazy. We started running around to get the business. It goes down 300 kilometers. That is sum assured. The premium would be 500 rupees or something like that. So not worth the petrol also. Then you would think, what the heck are we doing? Trying to run after business is not even worth petrol also. And try to convince the bankers, no, this is not the way you look at it. You multiply by this much, divide by this much, this is the value. Please call us for this value. Don't try to call us for the sum assured. And 30,000 odd branches, how could you convince all of them? It was like a nightmare the first 2-3 years in trying to figure all this out. But we kept on putting infrastructure service into place because we had this fear that we had initial that the service had buckled down to pressure of business. And then we use IT and automation to a lot of extent to ensure that the banks get proper write-up, understanding, it's part of the intranet. Also because we didn't have service infrastructure, we tied up with a lot of garages, and we were the first in the market to come out with cashless services. We told the customer, you don't worry, if you have a claim, you don't have to come to a surveyor or come to our office, go to the garage directly, the garage will sell your claims. Now this was out of necessity, and today we take this kind of innovation, we changed the market. Because before 2001, if you had a claim, a motor claim, so all of you are young, you will not know this, but go and ask your parents. If you had a motor claim, you would have to register in the office insured. So let's say insured in Mumbai, and you have a claim in Satara. So you had to get a surveyor nominated from Mumbai via Satara. That itself was a huge task. And then when the vehicle was repaired, you had to carry all the salvage parts to the office to get it ticked, and then your claim would get settled, which would normally take 5 to 6 months if you're lucky. And here, because we didn't have a service network, we told that your claim will get settled at the garage itself. We empowered the garage owners that you take a decision, and this is it, and send us the bill, but consult our surveyors, which we had recruited, and we settled it. Now this was a huge change for the market. Suddenly from 6 months it was zero time, no? And I still remember the joke I used to tell in those days when I used to go and make a presentation. It's an old joke. I said there was this insurance company guys, competing with each other before a client. The first said that when a person dies and when his funeral pyre is being lit, then we give the claim check. We are so fast. The other said, no, this is useless. If somebody jumps from the 10th floor and he falls on the pavement, by the time they carry him to the hospital and declare dead, we give the claim check. Then third said, no, maybe this is useless. When somebody jumps on 10th floor and on the way down, third floor, we give the check, while it's going down. So we are that good in service. I said, no, that's fine, but literally now when the guy is thinking of jumping, he gets the check with zero time. So we are better than even the third, So this is the pitch that we used to make those days. But it became a huge pitch. It just changed the scenario completely. Now every other company does it, but we were among the first. And for health also, we tied up with hospitals and started giving cashless services to people. The service parameters changed dramatically. Our reach picked up. We use IT for training all the bankers to look at how does it go up. So from there to today, if you watch, we are the biggest retail player. We have 6.5 million customers. We have more than 100 bank database. All the manufacturers, minus Toyota, if you buy any Maruti, Hyundai, Honda, Mercedes, Volkswagen, any car, you will find a Bajaj Allianz policy. We are one of the largest player in the market. And this year, we're happy to know we were declared the best insurance company in Asia, just in 14 years' time. And now when you come to our offices, we don't start a generator on our own. We have very big posh offices, all across. Now we buy our own offices, 30,000 square feet, all that stuff. Huge assets we have. We have between both the company Life and General put together about 20,000 people working for us. And if I look at indirect employment by way of agents, we have about 100,000 agents working for us. So in 14 years, from struggling to find a small shop to start the work, when nobody is trusting you, to a scenario where we rated as best in the entire Asian market and evaluation becomes over $1 billion, which is again a very, I would say, 3K kind of estimates, because we give ROE about 30% to shareholders on a year-on-year basis. So which actually means that if a proper evaluation is done as the company progresses, now it's just going to keep on multiplying. But my learning was the first 3 years was actually hell, now if I look at it. But if somebody wants me to do it again, shall I do it? Yes. The passion, the love that I had, I don't think that, when I have new people joining in, feel for the company. We never felt there's no air conditioning, we never felt there's no light, even if we switched on a candle also. And those days we used to have those, there's nothing called your Wi-Fi and all that stuff then. And we used to go to cyber cafes to try and upload data, which take a lot of time, to finish our day's work. And the bonding that we had of the people of those times was immense. It's like brothers, even now it works that way. So when you're doing this startup, the first 3-4 years, we don't have the passion to keep on facing a situation, overcoming it, trying to find a solution, not giving up hope, not getting disappointed, and taking the beating all through. If you don't have it, don't do it. But even for established, when we had the capital, most of you will be looking for capital. When we had the capital, we had this kind of issues, right from branding to everything. But yes, the perseverance, the thought of being there, of not letting go come what may, and finding solutions at all points of time made us where we are. Like even now, we're not complacent with it. In India, the biggest issue of insurance is that the penetration is very low. It's about 0.78% of GDP. And in Western markets, about 4.5, 5. The issue is that, let's say in India, you have 7,000 towns and 56,000 villages. Mr. Narendra Modi is saying that he wants it all connected by 3G and 4G. But the number of branches, the biggest insurance company, which is over 100 years old, has just about 3,000. Which means it's not even covering all the towns, forget about the villages. And the prosperity is increasing in villages. So how can we use technology and be out in the villages? So that's our next move. We want to open 4,000 offices. We will already be one day the biggest company in terms of size also and overtake the biggest also. So you have to keep on constantly pushing the frontiers. Just because you achieved one, you can't step back. And then the next level, the next level. Like Kunal is one of my friends, a Snapdeal guy. And I've seen how they keep on pushing the frontiers. So, and then it starts multiplying very fast, much faster than you ever expected. And that also is a big challenge. Becoming successful also is a big challenge, because then If you don't keep on pushing, somebody else will overtake you. In today's time, your success is only limited for some time, no? Because somebody else will be taking it on if you don't get it right. So that was my short story. If this is what you wanted to hear.
Yes, no, I think it's up to the point. So that was very interesting. In fact, we would like to know. Let's say these were. This is how the the journey went on a high level. Now, if given a chance, as you mentioned, if given a chance to do it once again, so tell us one thing that probably you would like to change this time if you do it.
Oh, nothing to be precise. I think I should have taken more people to know at the early stage, more passionate people. Then we would have multiplied much faster than what we expected. I think somewhere the second year or so we got a bit worried, no? Because the scale was not coming up, and then we were looking at a lot of in terms of being very okay, let the business come, then we look at people. So if we could have more passionate people at the second year onwards, then I think our scale would have been much higher than what it is. That's the only thing. Otherwise, it went up very good.
Right. In fact, it's a very thin line always, how many people exactly you can have. So for any startup, I think it's a delicate issue. Like eventually how many people you want. Sometimes people are more, work is less, work is more, people are less. So it keeps on happening. Coming to my next question. So you must have worked with very inspiring people probably throughout your career. Let's say starting from probably the CEO of the whole Bajaj group. So any good advices that you have remained with you that you would like to share throughout your career?
As founders or as leaders, be very clear and be very fair. So never try to have any shortcuts. I think one weakness as leader is that everybody looks upon to you. Even if you are having a tough time, if you start buckling down first, then your team will buckle down much faster. So you have to always keep that hope alive, and the feel that you will be taking the team to winning or to the place where it has to be. That is one thing very clear. Secondly, to your people, be fair. They ask you questions, speak honestly. Not only to people, to customers, everybody. Because they'll respect you for this. At the moment, they may not like it when you speak. But if they know you're the fair, straight guy who speaks with the truth and who is clear about what has to be achieved, they will follow you sooner or later. So don't buckle down to pressure, don't lie, don't try to bullshit around. If you get this right, you'll be respected as a leader for times to come. And have a human touch. Even when I used to work from 8 to 1 in the night, I remember once I came back to office from a tour and collected a premium check of 25 lakhs, which in those days was big. I reached office at 11 and the entire staff was still sitting there. And then I realized that they did not have any food. So they said, boss, we're waiting for you to come, we celebrate. And we did not have dinner. 11, all shops were closed. What to do? So I said, okay, hold on. So we went, found a roadside tailor guy who used to prepare dosa, and he was sleeping on the shop which is closed. We woke him up and said, we paid double the money, can you prepare dosa for all of us? He was also a bit shocked. Then we opened the shop, we got dosa done, got it for the team. So right from getting the food for them, as a leader, if time comes, finding a solution for that, to everything. So you have to find a solution for everything, not only just finding a solution for company strategy. If somebody's child is ill, and your company policy may say this is what you can pay. Can you go and pay over that at that point in time? So when they require you, are you there? So to give an example, let's say in my company, we pay the transfer announced the first day of the month of the new year. We pay all bonus salaries in the first month itself. It doesn't take more time. So if we push them for excellence, what do we deliver to them in terms of being there in times of need? So can they think if something goes wrong, this guy is there, irrespective of whatever rules and regulations we have, he will stand by us. Even for simple things like we don't have dinner at 11 in the night, he'll get us dinner. So can you be a leader like that? If you can, then it is good. That is how you have to get your people to be with you. Because they should blindly have trust and faith. Your customers also. Something goes wrong. In Jammu and Kashmir, you must have read in the paper, we had huge floods. In fact, just 2 hours back, we had an earthquake in Nepal, where the tremors are felt all over Delhi and every place. So Jammu and Kashmir, when we had these huge floods, I think the water was 24 feet high for about 6-7 days. We have a market share of 23% in entire J&K, and Srinagar we have 50% market share. So when there was no food to eat and people running away, our people went to Srinagar and we settled about 24,000 claims and paid about 1,000 crores in just 3 months' time. Even the government did not pay, no other insurance company paid so much. So that feel for customer, that feel for employees, the feel for society has to be genuine. If you get these 2-3 things right and you actually feel for it, and whatever you do reflects that, then there's no stopping you, on the leadership scale. You'll always be inspiring and you'll always be good, always take you to greater heights.
Thanks. That's a useful advice. So coming to like building a billion-dollar enterprise and in 14 years, so now you're probably not working on a day-to-day as much as you were working previously, and now you have people whom you have assigned or whom you have confided in that okay, they are going to take care of the things with the same passion that probably you did. So how do you instill that passion in your team? And it's more about that entrepreneurship thing I was telling about at this time.
Okay, again an example. Let's say somebody who handling my technical department for the past 8-10 years, as somebody who's handling my sales at the top level. This I changed both. I put the sales guy into technical and technical to sales. Radically very different. But why do I do this? Every year I do these changes. It is to get that spirit of entrepreneurship remain in the company. Suddenly you get out of your comfort zone and go to something which you have never done before. You have to think, you have to find solutions, and if you are good, you'll find it. So what I normally tell is, when you have an education, that is for how many years? 3 to 4 years study, maximum. So in 3 to 4 years, you'll become an expert, is it? For the rest of the 40 years, that 3-4 study is enough to take you forward. It's not so. And you watch 80% of people do something which they have not studied at all for that. It just means that education sharpens your brain to think in a manner, and an opportunity comes. If you are a good human being and able to think logically, able to think fast and turn the adversity to an opportunity, you will win. So we keep on changing a lot of people across in the company from different roles every 2 to 3 years. And the idea is simple. The moment they get into a new job, which is not their comfort zone, they find that entrepreneurship way of finding solutions much better than the previous one. That does not previous one was bad. Previous one did the same thing. But after 2 to 3 years, you don't add much value because whatever you had to add is done. It's something like driving. To learn driving, you're very focused, when to press accelerator, when to look at it. But now, how many of you actually think when you drive? You don't think at all, no. So what new will you add to a skill set which you have been doing for so many years? So always, not only for yourself, for your people also keep on rotating. So no 1 year I'll have the same agenda. That my level thing, like I thought this year that we should have increased our distribution, we should have 4,000 offices. So by the time this 4,000 office concept goes to on the people, next year I'll have a different agenda, we start pushing. So every level you will have different agendas. Every 2 to 3 years you have to keep on changing your people. Don't let anybody be in the comfort zone for long. After 2 to 3 years you actually don't add value to what you have been doing. Because you've done it for 3 years, jitna karna tha, kar diya. Let a new guy now take over. Nothing to feel good or bad about it. The guy may do better than you, may do better than others. So accept people, respect them, and believe that everybody is good. It's just that you have to have that opportunity to deliver. That is what keeps it alive.
Right. No, that's an interesting strategy. I feel I'll definitely pursue in my company as well.
That's good.
Yeah. So coming back to your industry, I think everybody says right now that insurance is very competitive, and it's like everybody's chasing around targets and everything. So what do you think? Like, you think those times are easy, these times are easy, or how do you take it?
That's a very interesting question, and I'll tell you what. When I was studying in school, I felt if I go to 11th, life will be easy, because 10th you had more subjects, So 11th, 12th you had less subjects, right? So when I went to 11th, it was not so easy. So I felt if I reach graduation, the number of subjects will get less, Who studies 10, I'll just reach 3, so life will be easy. So I thought if I reach post-graduation, it will be easy, just one subject, Then if I will get married, life will be easy, If I have kids, life will be easy. Life doesn't get easy, by thinking like that, So the thought was wrong. Every day is exciting, I think instead of looking for the future to find life getting easier, or telling your wife that tomorrow, when I make money, we'll go out for vacation. One learning from my life for all of you, don't do it. Right now, this is the most exciting time you ever had. Right now you want to go on vacation, do it. Right now you want to have some fun, and go spend some money, do it. Don't save it for the future, then I'll go and have some fun. You only save money in the future just to take care of your retirement needs, not to have fun. So let's say a lot of us, you hear, okay, saving money, when I retire I'll have fun. When you retire, you will not be able to walk, you will not be able to see properly, not eat properly, you will have diabetes, hypertension. What fun will you have then? The fun you will have is now, So do that. So don't wait for that day to come. It's the only thing which I have. So every day is tough, and it gets tougher by the day. It never gets easier, But if you find each day exciting and you love it, then you'll obviously be having a great time. So that's the tip. So I never say next will be easy or previous year is easy. It gets tougher. Challenges comes in new. Competition catches up. Then you think something different. Because every individual is good, no. So who do you think out here is not better than me? Each of them is, no. They're all exceptionally brilliant guys, no. That's why I didn't do a startup. They're doing a startup, so they are more brilliant than me. The issue is that in the market, your competitor also brilliant, no. You just have to keep on thinking, never relax, never think, no. I thought for it for so many years, it never happened. So now I don't believe in that concept at all, no. That's my view. But
Nice, definitely. In fact, that being said, and you mentioned about a very good point about, do things now, and you mentioned about your retirement and everything as well. So that is something that comes as a dilemma to many entrepreneurs, when it comes to work-life balance. So how exactly to balance it? So we'd like to know from your experience how you have been balancing it and some mantra.
this work-life balance is also the biggest bullshit you ever hear, right? Huh? A lot of guys will give you a lot of gun on this work-life balance, no? Do this, do that. It doesn't happen. Let's be very clear about it, okay? You're working, you're killing yourself, and when you're enjoying it, do that. The problem is, and this question gets asked me many times. So I ask a lot of people, when you go home, what you do? A typical answer is they say watch TV, no? Have dinner, no? And then I say, how many serials do you watch? Then you see a lot of serials come up, that they say I watch this, I watch that, or not do this or do that. I said, see, you have luxury of times to do that. When I reach home, I do nothing. I don't watch serial. I give my full attention to my family. If I want to spend 10 minutes with them, 10 minutes I am with them. So if you ask me any serial, I do not know which serial. I hardly watch movies also, no. It is a question of quality of time that you spend. So somebody who reaches home at 5 or 6 every day in the evening and watches 5 serials, has dinner, watching serial, goes to sleep and next day goes to office, compared to me who in a year travels 240 days. If I reach home, I don't watch serials, I talk to my kids, to my wife, love, fight, be happy, cry, walk, whatever, it is. Who is having a better work-life balance as per you? The quality of time, right? To get it right, that's work-life balance. It's not about balancing how many hours you spend at home. You spend at home all those hours and you fight all the time, watch TV, bitch about life. That's not work-life balance, right? Be clear. It is about quality and all this gyan that you'll hear, 5 day a week, this, that doesn't work. Because everybody has a 24 hours, everybody is smart. You have to put the maximum punch in that 24 hours, right? All that energy, that passion, and have that energy, then you make it big. Because why others will not know? If they also have the same time that you have, they also have the same brains, that they are something, inferior to you. So get this right. This is my take, it can be a bit different, but I don't believe that is the way to take it on.
Yeah. No, that's a useful tip again, I think. I can definitely relate with that. So that being said, today the times are changing definitely. A lot of startups are coming and everything. So now that you see a lot of young guns coming up and building companies, what do you think, and what probably advice you have to give to the audience here?
I'm jealous of them. I think they are doing what I should have done way back. But in my time, and that's your parents' time also, ask your father and mother. In our time, jobs were not so easy, If you didn't compete, and of 100,000 people sitting in examination, you're not the top 30, 40, you don't get a good job. And a good job, when I started, meant a class 1 officer in a government job. Class 1 officer in a government job, the best that you get, my salary was 3,000 rupees a month. Yeah? And if I could buy a car by the end of my career, build a house, get my children educated, married, my life was done. If I didn't get that job, even with all my post-graduation, PhD, there were people who were driving rickshaws or driving lifts. That was the India of that time. Today you speak English and you have some kind of brains, you learn 30,000 rupees comfortably, anywhere. It's not that risky. So now, setting up in the current economic scenario, those of my friends who do not do so well are actually making more money than I am. Those who set up restaurants also, in those times, set up coaching centers also, are actually, rolling in money now. Because the Indian economic scene changes in the past 15-20 years. It's a boom. In the next 30-40 there will be a bigger boom. Whatever you set up, hold on to it, believe in it, you'll roll in money. And that is why, for the startup grind, I got my daughter along, so she also understands about startup now. She should not look for a job. So I tell my children, don't do the job, that we are doing. Start a Startup. It's my strong belief that you start something, whatever you start, hold on to it, have an idea, focus on customer, focus on your people, you roll in money. That's guaranteed. I don't see any reason. Only when you give up or you're not being honest to your people, your customer, to yourself, then you lose money. That's my faith.
Right. Okay, so this would be my last question from you, and from there I'll give audience a chance to ask questions. So my last question would be another challenge that has been probably perennial since the times companies are there. So now also and earlier also, the idea is about finding the right people. So when you hire, what you look into, and how have you tried to solve this problem?
Okay. So earlier we didn't have a strong HR also. So right now my people depend on HR to recruit, which doesn't work that well. So we didn't have strong HR, so we had to recruit people. So I'll give you examples of some recruitment, and those guys are big guys now in the company. So I had to open an account in ICICI Bank, with the central office said that ICICI Bank will give you salaries on. So I went to ICICI Bank and asked the guy at the counter, who is your best guys? So the guy was nice to me, he gave me 5-6 people. So I went and met those 5-6 people, gave them my card. I said, can you see me in my office tomorrow? So then I went to my clients and asked them who is your best accountant. So then I said, can you come to the office tomorrow? So I personally handpicked most of the people. And today those are vice president kind of guys in the company and doing very, very good. You will get the right sense of the person who has to work with you. Nobody else can do it for you. So think about what you require, then find people. But when I recruit people, I only see 2-3 features. One, does he seem to be a good human being? So never try to pull up on a very smart guy who is not a good human being. That is very, very bad, doesn't work. Second, how are his core values? Integrity, honesty, truth. Does it match or doesn't match? For me, the excellence in job work is the last part of it. If the physical properties like you do in physics, I'm a student of physics, if those are not right, the core is not good, the person is not a good human being, the person's integrity is not right, he tries to pull a fast one, then it's bad, don't take that person. When these are right, then look at how can he contribute to business. But if you have a passionate people whose integrity is right and who is ready to make a difference in life, who is hungry, take him, don't worry about the job, whatever you give him, he or she will do it well. That's how I used to recruit. And lucky for me, all whom I recruited today in the company are all big guys, all of them, including the boy I took for serving water. You remember, he is now a record clerk, in the company, and he is making good amount of money, So even the boy who served me water, because I only took people who had passion. Even he had the passion, so he knows all the records, document all the history of the locations. So any customer client, he's the only one who get everything in place. Nobody else can. So he's become a very valuable asset today because he had these key ingredients. So it's not about qualification, education. It's about getting this right.
So, any questions?
Yeah, please.
I have 3 questions for you. Did you ever think of starting your own?
Yeah, I will someday. I am clear.
Okay.
It's a question about that. Since I'm committed to my company, and as I said, one of the core attributes is once I feel for it, I cannot leave it when I'm not satisfied that it reached to a level I wanted. The day I feel that I've done what I have to do, and there are enough people to take care of it, that day I'll be the first guy to walk out. I don't want to join something else and start again. Now I want to start something on my own, if I do so. So I'm very clear about it. And that's why I'm here today, to meet you guys, to see how you do it.
If you had started your own at that time,
yeah.
How do you think your journey would be different now?
Not much different. The only difference would be instead of a couple of crores, I'd have $1 billion with me. That would be the only difference which would be there.
If you get a chance again,
yeah.
Or say a time machine is invented and you go back, would you start your own or you will stick to your decisions, going with Bajaj Allianz?
I'll start on my own. So it's very, very clear. And with me, you never get politically right answers. You get straight from the heart answer. So why should I say I start? Why would I not start on my own? Yes, I would.
Yeah, and for people like us, if there is choice between being entrepreneur and being entrepreneur, what would you suggest?
Be an entrepreneur. Right age for you. Indian economy. I'm also a president of Indo-German Chambers. So I meet a lot of trade delegations, no? And I go like this time with the Hanover Fair in Germany, the biggest fair. Mr. Modi was also there.
Yeah.
So I go and meet a lot of industrialists, I meet a lot of entrepreneurs, no? Even in your Pune city, the big guys, no? They're also part of my committee. What I see is the Indian economic scenario, as I said, for the next 15-20 years is on a roll, it's going to go up. It will have its own hitches, no? It's a huge market, educated people, talented people, no? The demographics, youngsters. It is going to boom, come what may. You have to be there. And you have to have a right plan, right idea, sincerity, hard work, passion about it. The money part you forget, that is going to be there. The part you have to think about is that do you build a great enterprise which people talk for the next 100, 200 years. That should be a vision. Making money is an easy part in today's time, it's not difficult, survival is not difficult, that is given, so it doesn't matter. And let me tell you, after making all the money, we still love the tea on the road only, no? So it doesn't matter how much money you have, sadak ki chai achhi lagti hai. So no. So if that be the case, don't get too worried about that. Just worry about building a big organization, big enterprise. And if need be, meet some of these guys who made it big in Pune, no? Who run their own businesses. And you see most of them story like they started something, the economic boom happened, it helped them. So, or go and talk to some restaurant owners. I have seen, in fact I went back to a city where I worked for many years back. I was trying to locate the tea shop on the road, no? Which I used to have. Suddenly I saw he's not there, so I asked, where is this guy gone? So there's an old fellow who said, no, this big building that you see in the restaurant is his only. So in just 15 years, the guy from a small tea shop giving me a bun, muscat to chai and build up a fancy restaurant. And you'll find this story on in every corner of the street, no? Just go and check this guys, go to festival and ask, how did you start? So if somebody selling a chai, muscat and tea can make a fancy restaurant in 15 years time, you guys can't do better. So why do you want to leave this? It's a golden opportunity. This is the right phase. If Bill Gates was born a year earlier, a year later, he would not have been Bill Gates. You know that, no? So everything has to have the right time. The country is right for entrepreneurs. And in fact, for the country's economic is good. You know why US does better than India? There's more entrepreneurs than India has. We still want to work for somebody. If we build a company, start selling, we'll be richer than US. There's only difference between US and India, no? According to me, on a very layman basis. So you guys do the right thing. Don't hesitate. Just keep on doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
One in the back, then I come back.
I just want to ask, what is more important when any person is doing startup? Like say funding is more important, or marketing is more important, or I would say what exactly may be more important?
You fire in the belly. If that's burning good, no, don't worry, rest will come. And your belief in what you're doing. If the fire dies down, the rest has no relevance. That's the most important thing. If you have a fire in the belly and your idea is good, you start small also, people will join in. People love to invest. No, once they think they can make money, you have enough sharks to come, no, and take a part of your business. What do the investors do? They see an opportunity, jump in, and your hard work they make money. No, only thing they have is cash, and you have an idea. So focus on your idea, focus on your patent, focus on starting your things, even small. Let people see. The moment they see this is going to become big, don't worry, you'll have hundreds of dollars coming in, no, just overnight. So, but that fire should not die down, because that takes 2 to 3 years minimum of what you do. 3 years of having passion with nothing to eat is very difficult, no, to achieve. So that for me is the biggest worry. If you have that, rest is fine, rest will come. And nobody have I seen who had passion and not made big. Now I am getting a bit old, no, because I have so many stories to tell. But when I look back to all my friends, no, the good ones, the bad ones, the ones who were miserable in studies, the ones who were very good in studies, I see most of them who had passion, irrespective of how their scores were, they've actually done very good in life. And who didn't give up, no? Who didn't crave, who didn't give up, who said life was bad. If I had this, how would I become this? The ones who did not say this are actually big guys, irrespective of scores. The ones who are cribbing, if I had this, if I had good.
I hope everybody learned a lot, and we all invite you for the next session next month.
Thank you guys. Good seeing all of you.